Blues to go after Dembélé again next summer. Depay open to Chelsea move. Chelsea to go after Dembélé again next summer. Potter not interested in bringing in Ronaldo. Leandro Trossard keeps the door open for a Chelsea move. Transfer gurus, how Chelsea earned over €1.3 billion from player sales. Big spenders, how Chelsea spent over £800 million on transfers. Pulisic says USMNT aiming to change the way the world sees American soccer in Qatar. Christian Pulisic says the USMNT want to change the way the world sees American soccer at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Wants USMNT to be considered as serious contenders. Believes they have the resources to succeed. Also backs Graham Potter to succeed at Chelsea. What happened? The USMNT skipper has challenged his teammates to make a big impact at the World Cup so that other nations start considering America as an elite force in football. They failed to qualify for the previous edition of the tournament in Russia, and the Chelsea forward now wants to make amends by being successful in Qatar. What they said, maybe it hasn't been the top sport back in the States and we want to change the way that the world sees American soccer. It's one of our goals, Pulisic told The Guardian. We haven't been at the level of some of these world powerhouses in recent decades, but we've had good teams with a lot of heart. We can take it to the next step. A successful World Cup would change a lot. Pulisic also discussed his current season at Chelsea, who had a bright start under Graham Potter but suffered a dip in form before the break, losing 3 successive matches in the Premier League. The new boss is already under pressure, but Pulisic has backed him to turn the Blues' fortunes around. He's been good. He's come in and the way he's worked with the players and communicated with the players has impressed me the most, he said. We had a great start with him. We've had some difficulties in recent weeks, but I think he's working through it and I think the guys have received him quite well. We're excited. There's going to be good things going forward. Ben Chilwell, how to travel like an elite wing-back. The Chelsea and England defender shares some stories from his time travelling the world during his career so far. On the winter solstice of 1996, Lionel Richie married clothing designer Diane Alexander. Tasmania beat Pakistan, and the odds, in the cricket and, over in Buckinghamshire, Benjamin James Chilwell was born into this world. You know Ben Chilwell, the complete modern left-back, wing-back hybrid, just as good in attack as in defence, cosmic left foot and a brilliant set-piece taker. But did you know he's the first England player to make his international debut at his club ground since Paul Scholes earned his first cap at Old Trafford in 1997? Did you know that his grandfather played for the legendary Corinthian Casuals? Did you know he was once served a meal of fish fingers and ice cream and genuinely enjoyed it? You did not, you liar. As a kid, Chili would go to Spain with his family, where he became famous at a local restaurant for his love of fish fingers and ice cream. Separately, of course. Apparently they had the best fish fingers in the world. We went back every night, and on the last day, the chef brought me out the fish fingers in ice cream, and I ate it all. It was unbelievable. It worked. It just worked. Looking back, it's a bit strange. Don't knock it till you've tried it. Could be the future. Probably isn't the future. But it could be. Chile carved his path via Rushden and Diamond Centre of Excellence, Leicester City's academy, and a loan spell at Huddersfield Town, more on that later, before breaking into Leicester's first team and rapidly developing into one of the game's elite wingbacks, earning his big move to Chelsea and becoming an England regular. As a result, Ben Chilwell has travelled more than the average person. How many people have been to Malmo, Turin, Madrid, Lille, St. Petersburg, Salzburg, Zagreb, Porto, Copenhagen, Bruges? Not many. Wouldn't it be good, then, to get some travel tips from Chile himself? And that's what we did. Tip number 1, do not travel to the airport with N'Golo Kanté. Most likely Chelsea player to be late, 100%, N'Golo Kanté, without a doubt. And everyone's always so surprised. You'd think he'd be nailed on first one there, but he's just so laid back and relaxed, and so chill. So if he's late to a meeting or late to the coach, he just walks in and he's like, sorry, and everyone just laughs. N'Golo Kanté, always in the right place on the pitch, never in the right place off it. Truly an enigma. Tip number 2, do not jeopardize the harmony of your group by getting addicted to Mario Kart. We went through a phase last season where we were gaming, all of us together, on our DSs playing Mario Kart, and that was fun, but that got bossed. Gaffer didn't like it? Nah. It was just getting too competitive. Everyone was getting so angry. Personally, I just like to nap. I don't want to miss out on the gaming, but I also want to nap, so we'll let you draw your own conclusions about who was kicking up a fuss about losing Mario Kart. We have our theories. Tip number 3, play it safe with food. This one might cause a bit of a stir. Traveling is supposed to be about broadening your horizons, trying new things, having new experiences. But maybe Chile has a point. If you're an elite sports person, you probably don't want to be risking a dodgy stomach hours before a game. Having said that, some things are unforgivable. I had my first Chinese with mates last week. That's an exclusive. Sorry, what? It was good, it was nice. It's not what everyone's made it out to be. I think the build-up was too much. So just play it safe. Right. Listen. That is, let's just move on. Tip number 4, don't go in the sea. Chili says, I don't like going in the sea because there's sand everywhere. I'd rather just go to a nice cool swimming pool. He's got a point about sand. Sand is everywhere in the sea, and it is annoying. The pool wins this battle. No sand, no problems. Tip number 5, always pick a safari over scuba diving. But Chili, you could get eaten by a lion or bitten to death by mosquitoes. Yeah, but you could get eaten by a shark. And also I feel a bit claustrophobic underwater. Scuba diving, what are you actually seeing? You might see the odd fish. Think about it, with safari you've got lions, elephants, giraffes, you don't have any of that under the water. Literally impossible to argue with, to be fair.